I'm back. 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 All right. I'm sorry about that little technical difficulties, but we're all good. We're all good. I'm back. So don't worry about the first time. I'm back again. So I should be good. Okay, cool. I'm back. He said he's coming back. Yes, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I shouldn't have played that music. Maybe that, yep, it was the music. So we live and we learn. We live and we learn. So I appreciate that. Give me 1 minute as I get everybody to come back. So come back. Don't worry about that first 8 minutes. We still got time. I still got 20 minutes. I still got 20 minutes. So let me get everybody. Let me share it out. Thank you. I appreciate that. They're like, "Hurt, where are you? Where are you?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm doing what I usually do." But they were like, "Hurt, the music, the Facebook, and some because I was playing the music this morning, so that's what it was." So thank you very much for everybody that gave me that information. I really appreciate the love. I really appreciate the love. So yep, it said I was blocked. That's what it was. They said I was blocked. So I should be good now. So let me just share out with my folks. So just give me a few seconds. Stay with me, everybody. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Thank you. Stay with me. Let me share it out. Yep. I won't be doing that again. I will not be doing that again. But I appreciate all of the love and support. All right. 30 more seconds and I should be good. Let me get one more group in. Got another group that's gonna come in and we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna rock and roll. Yep. Yeah, I got so much good information to share. Yep. Okay. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. All right. I think we should be good. We should be good. We should be good. Boom. Okay. All right. Now what I need everybody to share this out. Let me know where we at. Let me know what's happening. Share this out for me. Share it out. Let's get it shared out. Let's get it shared out. All right. Cool. Cool. I'm back. I'm back live. All right. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So thank you very much. So thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. There we go. Thank you, Principal Fele. Thank you, Miss Joy. I got Edwin Garcia in the house. Thank you. Someone said I was Stacy Joy said I was gonna go back to bed. Don't go back to bed. No, don't go back to bed. Don't go back to bed. Don't go back to bed. All right. All right. I think we should be good. All right. Good morning to you, Dr. Wallace. Good morning to you. All right. So let's go ahead and just jump in it. I'm very sorry for the technical difficulties. What I did was that I played some music in the beginning and then it kind of shut me down. So I won't be doing that again. So let's go ahead. So once again, Sean Hurt, and we're going to do part two of breaking the cycle of failure. Schools need radical changes. And and I did part one last week, and it was this very good. People responded in a very good manner. They said, "Hurt, we need a part two." So I'm bringing part two to you. All right. Okay. I got it. All right. So then you asked the question, what's new going on? What's new going on? What's new going on is that this week I was in Youngstown, Ohio, with Principal G, and I had a good and it was a good day with him. Spent the whole day with him, working with him and his whole team, and it was excellent. So one thing that I will be doing moving forward is that I was thinking about this and I said, know what? Once or twice a month, I'm going to spend about 5 or 10 minutes on my podcast, and we're going to talk about state assessments and how we're going to improve schools' outcomes. And I'm gonna have somebody. I'm gonna have a special guest, and I call her the state assessment guru, and she's going to start to break down what that looks like. So we're going to go to different states: South Carolina, New Jersey, Michigan, of course, North Carolina, Florida, no, Alabama, Atlanta. We're going to go to different states, and then we're going to look at your state assessment. We're going to look at questions, those questions that we need to be able to address the state assessment. Then we're going to look at the blueprint and so many other things. So that's what I'm going to start doing because what I'm seeing is that I talked about it last week. We have to be able to move this academic needle. We have to move this academic needle. And then I'm going to start bringing people in on my podcast, this lady on my podcast, that's going to break it down. Just give you information that you can be able to take with you. Okay. So that's what I'm going to start doing once or twice a week for about 5 minutes, because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the information that needs to be given. Okay. And the reason for that is this. This is why I get upset, because let me show you this real quick. Share screen. Let me share my screen. Okay. I'm not going to show the I'm not going to show the school. Shoot. But at the end of the day, hopefully everybody can see this. I'm gonna wait a couple of seconds. Hopefully everybody can see this. This is unacceptable right here. Seventh grade math for this particular school. For this particular school, you're talking about 6% proficient. Science for fifth grade, you're talking about close to 3% proficient. This is unacceptable. We cannot have these type of scores taking place. So at the end of the day, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because this is unacceptable right here, to be able to, I'm gonna stop sharing, to have these type of scores taking place at your school. And I talked about it last week. Please stay with me. I'm going somewhere with this. Myself, the Fantastic Four, we do this work because we want to share. But when I'm but when you talk about 5% proficiency, 6%, 3%, that is unacceptable. So now I need to get out in front of this. So that's why I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, as far as making sure that we are moving this academic needle. So tell me, how does that sound? Put it in the chat. Does that sound good? That's what we have to do, and that's what I want to do. Okay. All right. So I just want to let everybody know about that. That's what I will be doing. All right. So next, you say, Hurt, how can we break this cycle? Last week I talked about part one, but I'm gonna talk about some things. Dr. Wallace says, I love the idea. Yes. So Dr. Wallace, what's taking place is that I'm seeing it. So I'm gonna have somebody that's gonna come and take 5 minutes. And so, Dr. Wallace, you're in South Carolina. I'm going to have South Carolina. I'm gonna have someone that's gonna open up the blueprint. I'm going to actually, look at questions. Say, like, I'm gonna look at 8th grade math questions, 5th grade ELA questions, and I'm going to show you how to create these short cycle assessments that will be aligning to your state assessment. So I'm gonna have somebody that's going to break it down to show people how to do that, so they can be able to take it back to the school district and show their teachers. I do the training for that for different schools, but schools can't bring me in. Schools are not bringing me. Some schools can't bring me in. So I'm not good. So there's not your fault or a person's fault if I can't come in. So now let's go ahead and let's do it, because, like I said, I want everybody on my podcast, every educator, to be able to have high academic achievement, to be able to move the academic needle and do those things. All right. So with that being said, I need everybody to hit that share button. And then, so with that being said, I put something up on my Facebook page the other day, and these are the 5 questions that you need to ask yourself regarding your state assessment. These are the 5 questions, and I'm gonna get into the other part, but these are 5 questions. The first question is this. First question, I got a 6% proficiency. How do I move it? And I'm not talking about moving from 6 to 18. We need to have 45, 50, 60% proficiency at all the schools. First question is this. Which reporting category carries the most weight on your state assessment? SAT, PSAT, 3rd through 8th grade. write it down, please, which reporting category, you should notice, carries the most weight? Which reporting category on your state assessment? So if I'm a middle school teacher and principal and I'm teaching seventh grade math, which category carries the most weight? Everybody should have that. Number two, which standard is tested the most often? Which standard is tested the most often? Which standard? Which standard is tested the most often? That's the second one. Which standard is tested the most often? You got all these standards. Sometimes we work hard, but we don't work smart. You're doing all these things, but the question is that you need to know which standard is tested the most often. So now, when you're teaching, you know which standard is going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. Number three, which DOK level appears frequently? Which DOK level appears most frequently on the test? For the state of Ohio, I wish I had everybody in Ohio on here. 60% of the tests for Ohio middle school and elementary are the questions are at a DOK2. I'm gonna say this again. A majority of the questions in Ohio, that's why I'm gonna be breaking it down. I was just in Ohio. I have the blue, I have it right there. I explained to them. DOK2 are the type of questions that is presented at the elementary and middle school for the state of Ohio for math and ELA. How does that sound? Tell me, shit, mate. Come on, give me some love. Hit that share button. Let me know if this is sounding good. I'm breaking it down. These are the questions you need to ask before anything else. On Monday, during your data meeting, during your PLC meeting, don't reinvent the wheel. Don't try to do whatever. Just take these questions that I'm giving you and just ask your staff this. Superintendents, assistant superintendents, when you have your principals meeting, these principals should know this. Number four, how does this assessment right here, how does your assessment that you're giving compare to the current to the state assessment? How does this assessment compare to your state assessment? It has to align. One thing I was saying is that if you are given an assessment and it doesn't align to your state assessment, you're doing the kids an injustice. How does this assessment compare to your state assessment? Next one, last question. What's one gap I noticed in my classroom that's taking place? What is one gap as the teacher that I'm noticing in my classroom that I have to focus in on? What is someone said, heard there's a whole bunch of gaps. No, 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 no. What is the one gap that I noticed in my classroom that I have to focus on? Well, where would I get that from, Mr. Hurt? Where would I get that gap from? Thank you for asking the question. You asked the question, I'm going to give you the answer. Your fall district assessment, whatever you're using, look at that and look at the grade level or classroom profile, and you will be able to find the gap. If you're iReady, if you're STAR or NWA, it will tell you the gap of your students. So those questions are questions you must ask yourself before you move along. Let's start asking that on Monday. Pretty please with sugar on top. You know, when you were, yeah, pretty please with sugar on top. Ask that question. So I'm gonna stop right there. Hit that share button. Let me know if this is sounding good. Please put it in the chat. If you're going to be using this, don't recreate the wheel. These are proven strategies, questions. Ask these questions consistently during your data meetings, during your principal meetings. Superintendents, you got to ask these questions if you want to move forward. All right. Next is this. Now I gave you the questions. Now we need to, okay, Hurt, I got the questions. What are some of the things that, because part one last week, I couldn't complete it. So I'm gonna tell you where I left off last week regarding how to break this cycle. What's stopping us? How to break this cycle? Last week I talked about the culture of high expectations. You must have high expectations for your students. That is the biggest thing. I talked about it. You must have high expectations for your students and for your school. You cannot say, I want 10 to 15% proficiency. Raise those expectations. Raise how you teach, principal. Raise how you're going to evaluate and talk to your staff. But also, I said last week, do it out of love. You have if you raise the expectations, those kids, those teachers, everybody will meet them. Do that. That's that. It doesn't cost anything. You can do that on Monday. Raise up those expectations. Does that make sense? Next one is that none of the things that we are doing, we must, MUST, high school, elementary, and middle school, you must focus on instructional excellence. Instructional excellence. Write it down, instructional excellence. You have to have great, not good, not above average. You must have great tier one instruction. It must be rigorous, engaging, and aligned to the standards. It must be rigorous, engaging, and aligned to the standards. A lot of times we look at tier two and our tier three, but what about tier one? Let's start with the basic. I'm the teacher. I got 22 kids in front of me, 25 kids in front of me. I need to have rigorous, engaging tier one instruction. If your tier one instruction is solid, the kids will learn, no matter if they're coming from inner city or rural schools. What does tier one instruction look like? How does that take place? It has to be engaging, rigorous, and aligned to the standards. Now, what you have to do is that with that tier one instructions, principals, AP, coaches, teachers, and everybody else, use your data cycles to identify gaps, reteach, and celebrate growth. Use your data cycles, use the data in front of you to be able to analyze the gaps, to be able to reteach that they didn't get it this week. We have to reteach it and also celebrate growth. That is excellent instruction. We start with tier one instruction. I got 2 more minutes, so I'm gonna stay right there. We must do that. Now you say, Hurt, how can I really move it? What I did as a principal, with permission from my teachers and talking to my union, some of you can or cannot do this, but this is what I would do. I would go into a classroom and I would videotape one of my quality teachers, a good teacher's lesson, 10, 15 minutes lesson. And during our one-on-one with the teacher, I would show the lesson to the teacher, give it to them, show them the lesson, and they would coach themselves. They would see themselves teaching, and they would see themselves and they would critique themselves. It's called watching film of you teaching. It's called watching film of you teaching. And I got 1 more minute. If I can watch myself teach, I can get better. The reason why the millions of teachers all around the world were working hard, but we're not working smart, is because we do not have any film of us teaching. When I was a principal, every teacher had 35 or 40 minutes of film of them teaching, and they would watch it, and I would see all of my teachers get better. Let's start with that. Take your teacher's teaching, 10 minutes, once a month, give it to them, and they will get better. So I'm gonna stop right there. It's 10:30. Please make sure you go over and support my sisters Create and Educate. They're about to jump on about another minute or so. So thank you very much. Two things now. I'm gonna ask you for two things. First, if you would like for me to come and support your school and district, hey, inbox me. It is not too late to move your school. The other thing is that if you need some one-on-one coaching, I provide that as well. Inbox me as well. And if you have not picked up my books, get it from our website, my two books, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. So thank you very much. Keep up the good work. Remember those 5 questions, and remember the other part of how we're going to move our school and district. Thank you.